everybody out there. Welcome to episode 12 of Sebastian's Movie Game Time. I'm your host, Sebastian, and today I'm going to be reviewing movies from 2020, 2021, and 2022. The ones that I thought they were less good and pretty decent. So let's get started. First movie, this is 2020, we're going to start out with. So, the first movie I'm going to talk about is The Call of the Wild, starring Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford plays a guy who's running from his past, running from his past to move on ahead. And he befriended with a dog who was kidnapped from his home and to be put in slavery and, you know, on the run from people who want this dog. And for the entire movie, Harrison Ford's character befriended with this wolf dog, and they share a journey that both of them never experienced together. So I give The Call of the Wild 2 out of 3 stars. We have the Valley Girl remake. It's a remake of Valley Girl to the original '80s of the same movie title, Valley Girl. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for the Valley Girl remake. It's about a main girl who falls in love with a younger teenage boy, from the ghetto part of the town, and she's from the upper middle class. I don't know what they call those, but um, it's a pretty. Like I said, I give the Valley Girl remake 2 out of 3 stars. Um, at the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie, the main girl character, she's shopping for a prom dress at the store in a shopping mall, and as she's looking for a prom dress, there's a woman who's shopping in the same store as her, and she calls out to her, "So you're looking for a dress to wear for prom?" Or looking for a dress to wear for prom. And the main girl's like, "Yes, I am." Well, I'm not sure you know about this. If you've seen this Valley Girl remake, actually, that woman who talks to the main girl about shopping for the prom dress, that's the original actress who played the original main girl character in the original Valley Girl movie. Her name is Deborah Foreman. That's her. But it's like a quick cameo. But she's the lady that's shopping in the same place as a main girl character shopping for a prom dress. And when I saw, I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! That that older woman who was talking to the main girl character looking for a prom dress to wear for prom, that's the original actress who played the main girl character in the original Valley Girl." So it was cool to see Deborah's Foreman make a cameo appearance in the remake Valley Girls. That was cool. So, but again, it's not as good as the '80s version of Valley Girl. The '80s Valley Girl is the best. But again, but so 2 out of 3 stars for Valley Girl remake. We have The Hunt. It's about a group of people have been abducted from different parts of the world by rich people who have tons of money, and they're into sporting, hunting, games. They put all these different people in different continents of the world, and and situations fight to survive in this hunt game that they're being hunted by people with guns and money. Um, I give it 2 out of 3 stars. Becky. This is the first of the Becky movies starring Lulu Wilson and comedian Kevin James from the comedy show The King of Queens show. Um, I give it 2 out of 3 stars for the first Becky movie. Um, it was great to see Kevin James. I was like, Kevin James is gonna play a ruthless villain because he's mostly playing Doug Heffernan character on the King of Queens sitcom comedy show that I used to see a lot and I laugh a lot. So it was cool to see Kieran James playing a different role, a villainous menacing. It's like, oh, cool. This is a different role for him to do, Kevin James. So, 2 out of 3 stars for the first Becky movie. The New Mutants, about a group of juvenile, younger teen mutants. They realize they don't control their powers and they're being put in this psychiatric hospital care under a woman who specializes in mutant with powers. But they don't know that these new mutants don't know that this woman who's taking care of them, she's actually wants their powers. She wants to take their powers away from them and do experiments on them like lab rats. So, and this new mutants groups, they must band together to fight the forces of evil and the woman that they're being cared for under on. Um, I give it 2 out of 3 stars for the New Mutants. Ava is an action movie starring Jessica Chastain. She plays like a woman assassin who's out killing people who are chasing after her. It's basically your standard spy chase movie. I give it 2 out of 3 stars because I'm a fan of Jessica Chastain. I am. I just she's a great actress and yeah. So I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Ava. Um, we have Tenet. It's a Christopher Nolan movie starring Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington. It's a very complex, it's a very confusing, complex movie about jumping back and forth and back in time. I know what the story's about, the plot is. I have no idea. All I know is that it was a very confusing, complex movie, and so I give Christopher Nolan's Tenet 2 out of 3 stars. Honest Thief. Liam Nielsen plays like a thief who has done bad things and he's trying to do the right thing by redeeming himself. But then, he gets pulled into situations where he has to fight and people are trying to kill him. And, no, actually, he finds out Liam Nielsen's character has to fight 2 corrupt police officers. So, yeah, there's corrupt police officers, and Liam Nielsen's character must stop them doing what he does best, and Liam Nielsen action movies. So I give Honest Thief 2 out of 3 stars. Tremors, Shriker Island. It's the last of the Tremors movie. Michael Gross as the Burt Gummer character from the first original Tremors movie. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Tremors, Shriker Island. This is Michael Gross' last time as Burt Gummer, and you know, I like the third one, but the first Tremors is the best. The third Tremors, it's really good too. But we'll talk more about the first Tremors and the third one and the sequel when we get to the years when those came out. So, but I get Tremors, Shriker Island 2 out of 3 stars. It was good to see Michael Gross come back. Um, the Craft Legacy is like a spiritual sequel to the original Craft movie from 1996. I love the first Craft movie. We'll talk more about the first Craft movie when we get to that year. But I thought the Craft Legacy was. I gave it 2 out of 3 stars. I mean, David Company's in it. I was surprised to see David Company and Craft Legacy. I was like, David Company?
They want to blame us?
Fox Mulder from X Files. I That is something I never knows that in. So, I mean, I give it 2 out of 3 stars to Craft Legacy. It's not as good as the first Craft movie. I'll tell you that for sure. Um, we have Freaky. It's by Blumhouse. It's a body swapping slasher black comedy movie. It's about Vince Vaughn plays a killer who swaps bodies with a teenage girl, and the teenage girl becomes a killer, and then Vince Vaughn, and then this the young girl who jumps into Vince Vaughn's character's body killer says like, oh my god, switching bodies around, body swapping. It's a pretty fun movie, Freaky. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. It was good to see Vince Vaughn come back to play a villain, and the main girl, that Catherine Newton, I believe, she was great as the teenage girl who gets possessed and trying to find ways to get back to her body, you know. So I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Freaky. We have Blumhouse's Final Fantasy Island. It's very confusing.
Have faith in Fantasy Island.
I never saw the Fantasy Island TV show, so I wasn't sure that this Blumhouse Fantasy Island movie is a tie-in to the TV show from the 70s. And actually, it is. To be honest, it really is. But I never saw the Fantasy Island TV show. Blumhouse's Fantasy Island, though, I give it 2 out of 3 stars. But like I said, I never saw the TV show Fantasy Island, and I don't think I never will. I mean, I understand it's a cult classic show, really is. But I give the Blumhouse Fantasy Island movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have News of the World. Tom Hanks finds this girl, and she helps him deliver newspapers in different states and parts of the world. It stars Tom Hanks, like I said. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. News of the World. Now we move on to 2021 movies, the less good movies of 2021. Sorry about that. We have Pig, Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage plays like Nicolas Cage plays this character who lives out in the woods, sheltered life with this pig, and his pig gets stolen, you know, and his mission is to find his pig and get it back, you know, because that pig means everything to his character. I mean, a lot to him. I guarantee 3 stars for a pig. Again, it stars Nicolas Cage, if you're wondering. Um, Candyman. It's a different take on Candyman. I think it's by Jordan Peele who presented it. This new Candyman movie. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Candyman. It's not as good as the first. It's not as good as the original one with Tony Todd and Virginia Madsen, but still, I thought the Candyman remake was pretty okay. I'll give it 2 out of 3 stars. The Eyes of Tammy Faye is based on a true story. Jessica Chastain plays a character of Tammy Faye, who was like a religiously. She married her husband, who were both religious and like talk show host, I believe. I'm thinking that's what Tammy Faye used to do. She was the person who went on talk shows. So I'm not really sure, but I thought Jessica Chastain was good as Tammy Faye, but I'll give it 2 out of 3 stars. The Many Saints of Newark. It's an origin prequel before The Sopranos show came along. It deals with a younger Tony Soprano when he was a teenager, played by James Gandolfini, real life son. Michael Gandolfini plays a younger Tony Soprano, and he was great. Michael Gandolfini was great as the young Tony Soprano, and taking over his real father, James Gandolfini's legacy character, playing it. He was great. And Ray Liotta's in it. Vera Farmiga's in it too. I give Many Saints of Newark 2 out of 3 stars, but The Sopranos show is the best, really is. But this is a prequel to it, so we have Black Friday. It stars Devon Sawa. It's about all the employees working at this market, a Black Friday store, and then it gets terrorized. I don't know, like monster invasion or zombie invasion. I don't know what the premise is about, but it's a very oddball. It's a very odd, confusing movie, and Devon Sawa stars in it, and Bruce Campbell, Ash of Evil Dead, Army of Darkness is in it. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Black Friday. Those Who Wish Me Dead is about a guy and his son. Well, a guy who's doing an article is about to expose, what these people are doing. So, 2 guys have been sent to kill the dad and his son, and the son goes to Angelina Jolie's character and asks her, her job in the movie is protect this boy from being hunted and pursued by contract killers, 2 contract killers, who have been sent by the bad guys to kill the kid, because the kid knows everything about what's going on with the operation that they're doing. So it's a part disaster movie and part of a thriller movie. Angelina Jolie stars in it, like I said. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. Those Who Wish Me Dead. Cruella. This is a prequel story of Cruella de Vil before her love and hate when it comes to Dalmatian puppies. Before she hates them and she wants to kill them for the fur coats. This tells the story of Cruella de Vil when she was a younger teenager and younger version of her, how she became to be. Emma Stone plays Cruella de Vil. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Cruella de Vil. Emma Stone was good as the character, and yeah, so Survive the Game. Bruce Willis. It's a direct-to-video Bruce Willis movie, co-starring Chad Michael Murray. Bruce Willis and his partner, they uncovered drug dealing, and then Bruce Willis's character is taken hostage for the entire movie, and it's up to this local farm guy who owns this property. He's trying to help out, and do what he can. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. Survive the Game. Again, it stars Bruce Willis and Chad Michael Murray. What else? And there's a film called Fortress. It's the first Fortress movie. Chad Michael Murray and Bruce Willis team up again from Survive the Game, and now they do Fortress, the first one. Bruce Willis plays like a head operative who owns his fortress compound and is being overrun, taken by these terrorists who want Bruce Willis, who's after Bruce Willis' character, and to hack into the money and to transfer money, wiring, that type of situation genre. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Fortress. Bruce Willis does what he does best. So, um, we also have, and then we move on to 2022. Um, Fall is about two best girlfriends. They climb this big high radio beacon tower in the middle of the desert, and they climb so high, and they can't get down, and just these two girl best friends, they're arguing with each other. They're coming to terms how we're going to survive, just the two of us up here. It's a very claustrophobic, it's a very intense movie. If you're afraid of heights, I know I am. If you're afraid of heights, then maybe you shouldn't watch this movie called Fall. But I give it 2 out of 3 stars. It's a pretty intense movie. If you get claustrophobic, then you might don't want to watch it, because you may get, it may nerve rack you a bit times. But I give it 2 out of 3 stars um for this movie Fall. Um, the Lost City. Sandra Bullock plays like this author writer who gets kidnapped by a rich person, by a rich guy who's a fan of her book, and tells her, there's a real treasure out there, and you're gonna get it for me. So he abducts Sandra Bullock's character, gets kidnapped by him and his henchmen, and then along the way, Channing Tatum has to come in and save Sandra Bullock's character. And these two Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum's characters, they both don't like each other, but they need to come to terms and help each other out of this situation scenario. So I give The Lost City 2 out of 3 stars. The unbearable weight of massive talent. Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal. Nicolas Cage plays an actor who's been sent to this private island, um, run by a man's brother, and Nicolas Cage character finds out that, nothing is not what it seems when his character arrives, you know at this middle of nowhere island that's in the house. And I gave it 2 out of 3 stars for the unbearable weight of massive talent. um DC League of Super Pets with the voice of Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart. It's about a super dog whose best friend superhero gets taken hostage, and then the 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 super dog has to, he befriended with other dogs, which with genders of their own. Then they must come from, they this super pet dog and these other dogs, they must join forces to save the day and save the super dog's best man's friend. Um, so I give it 2 out of 3 stars for DC League of Super Pets. Um, Deep Water. It's a Hulu thriller movie starring Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. It's directed by Adrian Lin. Adrian Lin is the director who made the erotic thriller movies like um, Unfaithful with Richard Gere and Down Lane. We'll talk more about Unfaithful when we get to the year, when that movie came out. But it's directed by that director, Deep Water. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Deep Water. So it's a Hulu movie, if you're wondering. Um, Blonde, starring Ana de Armas. It's a Netflix movie about shows the life and death of Marilyn Monroe, the sex bombshell of the '60s, of her downfall. And what led and drove her to her downfall. It's a depressing movie, really is. It shows a hard life that Marilyn Monroe's character went through in life, in real time, and in real lifetime. So I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Blonde. It's a Netflix movie. We have Beast. Beast is about a dad who takes his 2 daughters to Africa to honor his late wife's spirit, because his wife's character died, so he takes his 2 daughters to Africa to live, to see Africa just like his wife did, and so the father and his 2 daughters, along with their tour guide, they become chased and pursued by one massive lion, um, and is up for survival between the father and his two daughters, trying to survive. So I give it 10 free stars for Beast. Studio 666, the Foo Fighters band played themselves in the movie, and they're recording a new acting, they're recording a new music gig for the upcoming music concert tour, and they get possessed by evil spirits, and and the evil possession has taken over the lead singer Dave Grohl's character. Um, I give it 10 free stars for Studio 666. No Exit is about a woman who has run away from a drug rehab center, and she takes shelter in this trading post place that during a blizzard storm. Then she encounters like this beat up van, and what she sees in the van just completely shocks her. Our girl who's being kidnapped, and and being held in his van, and when she sees that, she sees the girl being kidnapped, and she realized that there's that she doesn't know who, but all the people in this trading post taking shelter during a blizzard storm doesn't know that one among the people is the one responsible who has the little girl driving that driving that van. So it's an intense movie. No accent. It's a Hulu movie, if you're wondering. I give it 2 to 3 stars. Rob Zombie's The Monsters. I like Rob Zombie's movies, and I thought The Monsters was pretty okay. I give it 2 to 3 stars. It was great to see Rob Zombie's wife, Cher Moon Zombie, in it. It's supposedly like take place before the show actually happened, like how you know this monster father and daughter monster, how they met, and they it's a prequel before the TV show ever started, The Monsters. So again, I give Rob Zombie's The Monsters 2 to 3 stars. Ron Place, starring Ashley Greene of the Twilight movies. She and her best friend, girl partner friend, they go back to this house that where she grew up in, that the Ashley Green's character grew up in, to see her dad, played by Bruce Willis. And then Bruce Willis's character's daughter and her best friend character, they become a hostage, by this Ron drug dealer guy, and Bruce Willis plays the father of the main girl character, and his job is to, you know, Bruce Willis does what he does best, because he's Bruce Willis, and he's an action star. So I get the movie Ron Place 2 out of 3 stars. Um, Fortress is a sequel to the first Fortress movie back in 2021. Bruce Willis is back. Chad Michael Murray's back from the first one as well. It picks up immediately after the events of the first Fortress movie came out in 2021. The sequel, Fortress Sniper's Eye, is a sequel called. I give Fortress Sniper Eye 2 out of 3 stars. Again, Bruce Willis does what he does best, like I mentioned before a bunch of times. So I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Fortress Sniper's Eye. Blacklight, Liam Neeson's daughter gets kidnapped, and his job is to find his daughter and take out the people who are responsible for her kidnapping. It's a typical Liam Neeson action revenge movie. Basically, is what the movie's about. I give it 2 out of 3 stars, but it's good to see Liam Neeson always getting revenge on, and defeating bad guys like he always does best. So 2 out of 3 stars for Blacklight with Liam Neeson. Matt Reeves is the Batman with Robert Pattinson. I give Robert Pattinson's the Batman movie 2 out of 3 stars, but the best thing I like, there are a couple of things I liked about this new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. I liked Colin Farrell's makeup as Oswald Cobblepot before he became the Penguin. I liked his makeup, different transformation, but it's Paul Dano who plays the menacing Riddler. This is not the Riddler with all the question marks
This time, no whimsical dummy, but the real
spandex outfit with the question marks on it in this Batman one. No, this is more like a Zodiac killer type of Riddler who's so menacing, so evil, ruthless. And I thought Paul Dano was good as the Riddler. He brought completely menacing to it. He was great. A good role, different role for Paul Dano. So again, I give Robert Pattinson's The Batman movie 2 out of 3 stars. Ambulance. It's a Michael Bay movie about two brothers who robs a bank and then they're being pursued in this ambulance truck with their with a paramedic ambulance person and an ambulance with them, and you know it's your basically a typical Michael Bay action movie with Michael Bay action stuff in it. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Ambulance. Um, and least but not least, we come to the last movie of 2022, Dead for a Dollar. Now, Dead for a Dollar, it stars Krista Waltz, William Dafoe, that actress from that in the marvelous Miss Maisel, Rachel Brosnan. Um, it's about a bounty hunter who's been tasked is to find a missing woman who's married to a married woman, but then he finds his married woman, and then he realizes it's not what all seems. And you know who directed this movie, Dead for a Dollar? Walter Hill. Walter now when you say who is Walter Hill?
Who is he?
Walter Hill, he's a director who's made great action movies in the past. He directed the cult classic Warriors movie. He directed Streets of Fire with Michael Pera, Diane Lane, William Dafoe. Directed The Long Riders with real life brothers, with the Quaid brothers, the Carradine brothers, the Keach brothers, like Stacy Keach and his other brother. And he directed other good movies, Walter Hill. I wouldn't say when I heard about Walter Hill's new movie, Dead for a Dollar, I was like, huh. So I bought it on DVD and I saw it. I was like, okay, it's not okay. I give Walter Hill's Dead for a Dollar 2 out of 3 stars. I wouldn't say it was the best Walter Hill movie. Not like his other films I've seen in the past. His other films I've seen, Walter Hill, he's great. Those films in the past are great. But I wouldn't say Dead for a Dollar was Walter Hill's best movie. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. It had action scenes in it, like shootouts. You basically Western action shootout scene, and the movie co-stars Benjamin Bratt. So, okay, everybody, that will do it on episode 12 of Sebastian's Movie Game Time. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and you'll get new content, new episodes every Wednesday. Well, today's Thursday, so I'm sorry I didn't do one yesterday. But you get new content episodes every Wednesdays, and I'll see you at the movies.